USA Soccer, boy, this team, oh boy. It was a rough one. I gathered the family around the TV. Guys, got a big one. Gonna take down Panama. And, oh boy, it ended in spectacular disaster, conceding a goal late in the match and losing to lowly Panama. Sorry, Panama fans. Yeah, lowly. 2-1. And now it's win or go home Monday night against Uruguay. It's a big one. You're going to want to reshape your plans for Monday night in Kansas City. It's a tough spot for the USA Soccer Club. Listen, you guys know this. In America, we love winners. We love winners. And globally, we dominate a lot of sports. You go look at the Olympics, tennis, golf, basketball, on down the list. Swimming, track and field, the U.S. rules. We're great at everything. We cannot figure out this soccer thing. It always seems to be one step forward, two steps back. And we've got this golden generation of U.S. soccer players. You go on down the list, Pulisic, Adams, McKinney, Yunus Musa, who inexplicably did not play yesterday. What the hell, Berhalter? We got this golden generation. All these guys are between 21 and 26. We're ascending. We're competing with some of the best. We tied Brazil recently. And all signs are pointing up. We're good. Copa America, we can make the final. We've got this. We're preparing for the World Cup on our turf in 2026. And then we go out last night, and Tim Weah, a very promising wing, gets a foolish, silly red card. There's no way around it. He screwed us. And I don't. That doesn't mean go after Tim Weah on social media like the jabronis are doing. He made a mistake. A dumb, foolish mistake. Here he is. You can see on FS1 clobbering a guy in the head. Now, he was frustrated. If that's a shove to the chest, it's not a red card. I can't really argue it, you know? Weah screwed up. Still, nevertheless, after that, Flo Balogun, a young, promising stud on our team, puts in what's called a golazo, just a left-footed, awesome strike. We're up 1-0. Yes, we've got this. We can hold it down. Everything's looking great. 4 minutes later, we give up the equalizer. And then from that point on, it was just a stressful, I think it was like the next 65 minutes were full of stress. And of course, we concede in the 83rd minute now, and then we lose. We've been here before. The U.S. always puts himself in difficult spots where it's win and advance, win and get in. And, remember the great Landon Donovan goal in the World Cup many moons ago? Last World Cup against Iran, we had an amazing game. I know it's Iran. Folks, we can't lose on Monday. We got to beat Uruguay. We're going to be underdogs. I looked this up. Uruguay has one loss since October, okay? And they've beaten the likes of Argentina and Brazil in that same time frame. And they shelled Mexico recently. So it's going to be difficult. I'll close on this for USA Soccer. We talked also yesterday with Lawless about how this team is, the U.S. has the most accomplished group of players playing overseas. But in some ways, I'm not calling them soft. They just don't have that hard scrabble, gritty, tough, resolve feel that they used to have. And yesterday, if you look at the fouls, Panama got away with murder. 19 fouls. The U.S. had 4. They bullied us. They pushed us around. They pushed our buttons. We took the bait. And I'm just saying, they've got to get back to their old ways of fighting, because this Uruguay team put it on Bolivia last night. Yeah, I watched that over the old guys, senior citizens. They scored 5 goals against Bolivia. Just a total bloodbath. The USA must come out Monday. Otherwise, when this show reconvenes next week, we're going to be talking about next head coaching options for USA Soccer. All right, let's get to the NBA draft, which was split into 2 nights for the first time, I believe, ever. And I think this was partially done because LeBron's son, Bronny James, was going to go in the second round. Everybody knew he was going to go 55. There were some fun scenarios where someone else tries to steal him, but that wasn't really going to happen. We'll get to the Rich Paul scaring teams later in the show. But I want to kind of focus on Bronny going 55, the Lakers, LeBron, all that fun stuff, because this is a great story. Father-son duo teaming up in the NBA. How can you not love it? Yet here we are, the usual suspects, the haters, the naysayers. Oh, this is nepotism. How can this happen? Yeah, these same jabronis, these meatballs. Where were they when Giannis was getting his brother on the Bucks? Where were they when my Knicks, J.R. Smith, was on the Knicks? J.R. Smith's like, hey, can we get my brother on the team? He joined the team. This nepotism happens in sports. It happens in business. It happens in entertainment, music, movies. It happens in coaching, in college basketball. Hey, by the way, guys, is Andy Reid's son, was he qualified to be a position coach in the NFL? You can go look up his resume. How was he a position coach? This happens everywhere. I don't know why people are so worked up about LeBron and Bronny. It seems a little bit excessive. And when you listen to Rob Pelinka talk about the Bronny decision, it was a no-brainer. I should turn back the clock just a little bit for my favorite nepotism story of all time. You guys know I'm a hardcore college hoops fan. I talked about it yesterday. So there was this guy named Danny Manning back in the day who was the best recruit in the country. I mean, he was phenomenal, and he was down to Kansas and North Carolina. So the Kansas coach at the time was Larry Brown, okay? Danny Manning, awesome recruit. His father had been a truck driver for 4 years. This was written about in the New York Times. You can look it up. His dad was a truck driver. So what did Larry Brown do? He went and hired Danny Manning's dad as an assistant coach. Hey, come on the staff in Kansas. And what would you know, a couple days later, Danny Manning picked Kansas. Kind of worked out for the Jayhawks, huh? Danny Manning, Danny and the Miracles led Kansas to an awesome title. And I vividly remember that championship because I'm a college basketball nerd. This kind of thing happens. Nepotism's going to happen. Just, it's not the end of the world. There's no reason that LeBron shouldn't get what he wants. Which brings me to LeBron and what I think is an incredible theory. It was kind of poo-pooed in the staff meeting. I don't know how it'll go over now. So let's take it all into consideration here, okay? So LeBron can opt out. He can change teams. He can go anywhere. There was the small veiled threat that I don't think anybody took seriously, but it was out there. Hey, if Bronny's drafted by Utah, maybe I'll go to Utah or Phoenix. And remember, Golden State went after LeBron back at the trade deadline in, I think, February. Okay? So take all of it into account and hear me out. A magician never shows his tricks, so I don't expect LeBron to ever confirm any of this. But what's to say LeBron didn't go to the Lakers and say, hey, guys, I got this amazing podcasting partner. You may know him. His name is JJ Redick. He'd make a phenomenal coach. Wait till he gets to the whiteboard. He's going to wow you. Fine, LeBron, we'll take a look at Redick. And, oh, by the way, guys, could you do me a solid and draft my son at 55? That would be awesome. Fine, LeBron, we'll capitulate. We'll do what you want. And then internally, the Lakers are probably like, damn, the Miami Heat did like everything LeBron wanted. Then he left them high and dry. Is he going to screw us? But this is 39-year-old LeBron who's 40 in December. Is there a world where as LeBron breaks down the, hey, can we get Redick as a coach? Yeah, sure, LeBron. Hey, can we draft my son? Yeah. LeBron says, well, I'm going to do you guys a solid. You hooked me up. I'm near the end. Instead of taking a max deal, can you just, I don't know, workshop it out for me? Hey, what would we look like if I took less than the max? Say instead of 55, 60 million, what if I took 40? What if I took 45 mil? Is there a world where you can present to me free agent options that we could land? Because listen, I don't trust any front offices. They screwed me in Cleveland. Everywhere I go in the league, front offices mess things up. So is there a world where you guys could say, hey, look, we can get DeMar DeRozan on the cheap. He wants to be in LA. He'll play for us. We could get Tobias Harris on the cheap as a seventh guy. There's a world where LeBron goes to the Lakers. Can you guys give me what I want, Redick and my son? And in return, you know what? Wink, wink. I'll take less than the max. And we can add a couple more guys in free agency. I don't know. Klay Thompson so far spent most of his summer out here in Los Angeles, out in the beach cities. Could we steal Klay from Steph Curry? Is that possible? Now, I know Klay wants all the money and all the years. Hey, Klay, come play with us in LA. Stick it to the Warriors. The LeBron influence is strong. I just wonder, LeBron's gotten everything he wants from the Lakers so far. Does he in exchange say, you know what, I'm 39. I don't need to play for the max. I'm still going to be a billionaire. Yeah, I'll take a little less. Can you tell me for sure who we're going to land and we can get right back on top? Because I'm just telling you, we may break it down later, maybe next week. The Western Conference, there is no dominant team. I don't know if you guys saw what happened in Denver. KCP all of a sudden doesn't look like he's going back. Could KCP be returning to the Lakers? He did win a chip with LeBron and AD. I'm just saying, there are scenarios where the Lakers, hey, LeBron, scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. And that's how some of these deals are done. I know people want to poo-poo nepotism and bash the Lakers. I think it's a little overblown. And maybe I'm being too optimistic and too positive and pro LeBron, but I would think he's gotten everything he wants so far. I think LeBron will probably, in turn, make some concessions with the Lakers as we head into free agency, which starts, I think, this weekend.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.